Hi all! In this video we are trying to shed some light on the new Battle Pass progression that arrived with Chapter 4 of Age of War. In order to do so, we reached out to the developers at Funcom with several questions, and we'll share what we can with you. By the way, if you like what we do and want to support us, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe. Now, if you have not heard about the new update or are new to the game, here's a quick summary of how the new Battle Pass progression works. In order to unlock levels in Conan Exiles Battle Pass, you need to earn Battle Pass XP. That has always been 1000 XP per level, and it still is. In total, there are 60 levels and rewards to unlock, so 60,000 XP is required to complete all of it. Battle Pass XP is not the same as character leveling XP, and there are various ways of gaining it. Now, up until Chapter 4 of Age of War, the only way to gain Battle Pass XP was by completing in-game challenges that required you to complete a number of tasks. This has forced a specific style of gameplay on players, and Funcom wanted to rework this system to make it more enjoyable. With the latest update, the old system of unlimited daily challenges has been retired, and instead there will only be 3 challenges per week that give a greater amount of Battle Pass XP when completed. Most importantly, players can now also earn Battle Pass XP through regular gameplay, not needing to focus on specific tasks or goals. More about this in a minute. Let's begin with the 3 weekly challenges. Completing each challenge grants you 2500 Battle Pass XP, which amounts to 7.5 Battle Pass levels per week. Simply focusing on these challenges every week, it's possible to unlock your entire Battle Pass in 8 weeks. Keep in mind that a chapter usually lasts for 12 weeks. In the past, the type of challenges was linked to your character's level and whether you played in the Exile lands or on the Isle of Sipta. We asked if that would still be the case, and it was said that the new weekly challenges are simply a randomized set of tasks for each player. Challenges focus mostly on killing enemies, fewer but more challenging ones like bosses and mini-bosses due to the higher amount of Battle Pass XP granted. The only map-specific challenges should be those that are either linked to dungeons or vaults. Now, let's move on to all the other activities that grant you Battle Pass XP. After all, that's the big new change. One source of Battle Pass XP is killing pretty much anything that moves. The amount of Battle Pass XP you get depends on the type of enemy and its difficulty. We did some tests and here are the results. 3 skull bosses yielded the highest Battle Pass XP for us at 75 XP each. This was the same across the board, whether killing the final boss in the Warmaker's dungeon or Black Keep, world bosses or the siege boss at Almeria. 1 skull enemies give 30 Battle Pass XP, no matter if an animal, NPC or specific mini-boss. Any regular enemy, no matter which type, gives 10 Battle Pass XP. Weirdly enough, vultures count as such as well. Last but not least, for the true savages out there, killing baby animals, cats, rabbits and other simple prey animals yields 2 Battle Pass XP. This leads us to the next bit. What if you play together with others? According to the devs, killing enemies together should grant Battle Pass XP to every player involved. So you should be able to play and kill enemies, or defeat bosses, especially these challenging world bosses, together. However, we could not confirm this, as soon as we killed either regular NPCs or animals together, or were fighting a boss in a team. None of us got Battle Pass XP, nor progress updates towards challenges. We tested that with various enemy types, only killing solo granted XP or updates. Now, according to what the devs say, it seems like it should work, but until it does, anyone playing in co-op won't benefit from Battle Pass XP, nor be able to complete the challenges together. We have flagged this issue of course, but only time will tell when it gets fixed. Harvesting resources should provide the same amount of Battle Pass XP per node, regardless of what you harvest, or how small or big the node is, and which tier of tool you use. For us, this was 2 Battle Pass XP, so not much. An exception are resources that are harvested by hand, those grant no XP at all. However, if you gather resources that can be harvested by hand with a tool, like for instance gossamer with a sickle, you do get XP. Crafting. Let's start with what doesn't give Battle Pass XP. No XP is given for crafting basic items in your inventory, like stone tools, rough wraps, torches, twine and the like. Anything that requires very basic resources. However, not everything that's handcrafted doesn't give XP. We noticed that some placeables from the Battle Pass and Bazaar, as well as handcrafted pets, grant 1 Battle Pass XP, and some armor from the Battle Pass and Bazaar gave us 10 Battle Pass XP. Nothing noteworthy of course, but it's still good to know that not all handcrafted items are the same. Also not providing any XP is converting basic resources like ore in a furnace. Now let's look at some examples of what does give Battle Pass XP and how much. Here's a selection of items we tested. 1 Battle Pass XP was given for crafting, iron reinforcements, alchemical base, steel fire, healing wraps, an exotic feast or spiced haunch. 10 Battle Pass XP was given for crafting things like medium padding, thick armor plating or the Keto's kiss at an altar. We thought you would get significantly more for crafting a blessed Keto's kiss, but this only gave us 11 XP, so only 1 XP more. The highest amount of Battle Pass XP we have managed to get was 25 XP, and that was for items like a Voidforged Dragonhide tunic, Star Metal sickle, Star Metal war axe or great axe, an Obsidian sword or Voidforged greatsword. A final note regarding crafting items at stations when in a clan. Battle Pass XP will only be granted to the clan member who started the crafting queue, no one else. Sad news for the passionate builders. The new progression system doesn't grant any Battle Pass XP for building. Even if you're not in creative mode and building normally, you won't get any XP. We asked Funcom why this is, but sadly didn't get any response to that question. Knowing how many players are focused on building, or even use Conan Exiles purely as building sandbox, that's quite a disadvantage. We also tried to figure out if there are any other activities that might grant Battle Pass XP, like anything PvP specific, but no further information was provided. That also means that you won't get any Battle Pass XP from exploring the world and discovering new places, which we think would have been a great motivation for new players. You might have noticed that every time you reach a new Battle Pass level or tier, it unlocks automatically and a prompt will appear on screen. Interacting with the prompt should bring up the Battle Pass and corresponding unlocks. If these pop-ups disturb you, you can also easily disable them under Settings at the bottom of the Gameplay tab. As to the Battle Pass XP itself, you should see it update pretty much immediately whenever killing, harvesting or crafting, at least we did. The only time we saw it lagging a few seconds behind was when we had numerous items queued up in crafting stations and many things were happening at the same time, which makes sense as the system is probably taking a few moments to catch up. A last thing regarding admin mode. While you could previously spawn enemies to kill, this is no longer possible. Admin spawned creatures won't grant Battle Pass XP. However, you can still use admin commands to teleport to enemies. And since most challenges require only a few, that's done in no time. You can also spawn crafting resources and modify server settings for things like crafting speed or player damage. So nothing limits you severely. In fact, we feel it's even easier to level the pass passively with crafting. But let's finally talk about one of the most burning topics, the daily Battle Pass XP cap. We asked Funcom numerous questions, but only got one definite answer, and that is, yes, the daily cap for Battle Pass XP is intended. It's not a bug. We can also confirm that it is 8000 XP per day, which most of you have figured out already anyway. Our questions that were not clearly answered were: what's the reasoning behind introducing a cap? When exactly does the daily limit reset? How long would an average player need to complete the Battle Pass without doing challenges and without using admin mode? We didn't have enough time to figure out exactly when the daily limit resets ourselves, and we quite frankly don't understand why they wouldn't tell us. But I'm sure we or you will figure it out in no time. Leave a comment if you know more. Regarding the daily cap, Some more general reasoning given was to prevent people from speeding through the pass, while still keeping the cap fairly high, meaning you can still finish the battle pass even when starting it weeks after release. In the end though, if you take a step back and look at the numbers, there's no real reason to get upset about the current cap. Even if you want to fast track the battle pass by using some admin commands, maxing your cap every day and doing the weekly challenges, you can complete the entire battle pass in 6.5 to 7 days. A bigger concern is that the new progression, while advertised as such, might not truly support all playstyles, like for example builders, role players and the likes. And that the new weekly challenges might not easily be completed by newer players if they don't take character levels into account. Our final question for the devs was if there's anything currently that doesn't work as intended, and the short answer was no, everything is working as expected. Well, we don't know about that. Looking at co-op play and reports we have seen from other players regarding inconsistent challenge updates and so forth, what do you think, Exiles? Is everything working for you? Although we couldn't provide answers to everything, we hope we could provide a little bit more insight into how things currently work or should work. And please feel free to leave a comment with your experience, questions or feedback.